Go. Hello, everyone. It is
Hello.
us. Oh, I have no BGM. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh.
Very discombobulated today. Hello, I am Dan, and I am joined by my co-host here, Dan. This is the Dan and Dan Show, or podcast.
Welcome.
We're debating it, reclassifying it as a podcast because it's really kind of a podcast. Sorry, it's been a minute. We were talking earlier. It's like, wait, has it really been since January?
Yeah.
And we looked it up. Oh god, shit, it has been. We're not good at this podcasting thing.
Literally had to go back through the months and be like, wow, it has been that long. That's crazy.
So yeah, we have a couple things to talk about. So this will be just a nice, short, 16-hour show. I'm joking, of course.
16 hours. I mean, I technically could. Yeah. These, as you said, these past 8 months have been pretty wacky. So.
Mm-hmm. Also, hello, Mirror Miss. When you follow both streamers and don't know which streamer to watch, that's why we use the shared chat. You don't need to worry.
Watch both.
That as well, yes.
Oh, hang on. I haven't turned on my closed captions.
Flip the switches. I'll do the talking.
There we go.
But yes, I am Deus Kane, also known as Dan, because he's my real name, and I don't really hide that. I am joined today by my co-host, Dan the Draco King.
Hi, everyone.
Very charming and very dapper on his stream. He is a little icon on mine. So, if you want to see His Majesty in his full glory, twitch.tv/Dan the Draco King. Yes.
Woo!
I'm just using a PNG model right now. Though the live 2D is in the works, I have paid the down payment. It is being worked on.
Yippee!
Now I need to go find a rigger to pay another incredible amount of money to.
Come to Caramel Kitchen.
Maybe.
I mean,
anyway,
they did
so we've
my
got
rigging.
Yeah, I figured that was who you were recommending. But we've got a series of things to talk about today. Some of it, the freshest bit of YouTuber and gaming news. Other stuff's been in the fridge a while, but we still want to talk about some things. So we ask your patience if you're like, oh god, that again? Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have not finished digesting the cheesecake from Valentine's Day. Let us get through that. Smile and nod. Give us a pat on the head for doing a good job, and we'll all be through it faster.
You had a cheesecake?
Sometimes we gotta. It's metaphorical. It's metaphorical.
Oh.
Okay. But no. So we're gonna chat about a bunch of things. Probably just to get this done with, because you had an emergency last minute topic that came
major controversy here, everyone.
Almost literally 2 seconds before we went live, and I think it would be a dick move of me to be like, so let's talk about my first 3 topics before we let's give you the space you need to vent about this very close at home topic that is affecting you.
I'm gonna quickly show my logo, everyone. Now, you know my logo, you know my old stinger that I was eventually going to return to, and how amazing they were. It was great. Unfortunately, we have learnt literally as of today, this logo here in top left that you see, it is quite possible that this was made using AI assets. That is because about 7 months ago, completely, I'm so oblivious to this kind of stuff. The creator of my logo and stinger, Mogo's Lab, was found to have used AI assets and or AI workflow for the backgrounds and some designs for the logos and the stingers. So I will not be using this logo moving forward, which is really unfortunate because I really like it. But what it does mean is I can work towards a different kind of design for the logo. New logo. We're gonna get a new a new general stinger for when summer's done, because obviously I don't want to be using the summer stinger when it's not summer.
You can also find like pre-made stingers and stuff like that too if you're in a pinch.
Oh, I like custom ones. I love custom stingers. I love them so much.
I do too, but I'm just like, if we're running out of time,
yeah,
they're available.
That's true. Although I found a logo person I'm gonna message now.
Yeah. How much time will we be gushing on Expedition 33? Less than 100 years.
But more than 1 second.
Yes. No. That is definitely on the docket today.
It is. It is.
We will. I love this game. Dan was playing this game earlier this year, and when I reached out to him, like, "Hey, we should do another podcast," he's like, "Let me finish this game and we can talk about it." And then we sort of didn't schedule that until July, and then like the day before or the day of, I'm like, "I'm so sorry. We have storms coming through. I don't want to be in the middle of a podcast when the power goes out." So, yeah, there were
that coin.
There were circumstances that delayed this stream. But yeah, before we jump into Expedition 33 at some point in this podcast, for those wondering how we got to the topic of Dan's no good, very bad, potentially AI generated logo, we were discussing maybe getting some branding stuff done for Dan and Dan, because we're like, should we, like, if it's a podcast, should we get a logo? He's like, Dan's like, oh, I know a cool logo guy. Let me go. No.
Yeah.
Literally what happened, like 5 minutes before the started stream.
So I clicked on their VGen account, and it said this account has been suspended for violating the terms and policies. So I did a quick Google of Mogos Lab suspended for VGen, and it came up on Reddit. VGen PNG artist suspended for VGen. Commission is blah blah blah. There's ARR, and then there was a Twitter post of them apologizing for using AI art for their work, and it was like, wow.
Yeah. And then you tried to check them out on Twitter, and you're like, oh, they locked the account, and I'm like, yep, because people do that when they get caught doing a bad. So yeah.
Did coins not work? I don't think it's.
I believe JLog is in my chat.
Oh, so that will be why.
You can tell a little
Demon Beast. I'm a dragon. Get that right.
In JLog's defense, he's only seeing your face.
Oh, that's fair. Maybe I do need a little PNG of like.
We'll have to find somebody new for you to go to.
Maybe, yeah. Let me check my current Fugies. Maybe there's a good one there.
But yeah, while Dan goes looking through his Fugies, I have a somewhat to the Fungeons with you. I love that.
I am the Fungeons.
Similar
in my belly.
News of an account. There is a recent VTuber. I'll leave the name off because I don't really feel like driving hate towards this person. Mostly known for doing music compositions for people, and also being a VTuber. They got called out just earlier this week. Apparently, they had decided to signal boost somebody doing a fundraiser because that person got doxxed.
Okay, to be clear, what's the fundraiser about? Sorry,
doxing suck. Somebody got doxxed. So they're
like, hey, ducks, and the fundraiser is to get money to move, I assume. Is that right?
Something like that. I didn't see that original tweet. I didn't even see the retweet with them where they were signal boosting. And the reason for that is because the person they were signal boosting was a pro-Gen AI transphobic asshole. And the community had some opinions about, hey, out of all the people you signal boosted, why the fuck did you do this one? And Streamer did not handle that well. Which caused people that had negative experience with them, including 2 people I know and that are in my personal social circle on VTuber Twitter, come out of the woodwork with their own stories of like, yo, this guy's kind of a fuck ass and he sucks. Like a discourse? No, this wasn't a discourse. This was a public hanging, basically. So that guy has since nuked his entire Twitter. He's still around on Twitch. He obviously hasn't deleted his streaming platform, but his Twitter is gone. Like, not even blocked, just gone. He deleted because people were tearing into him, which, to be fair, kind of deserved. It's one of those PR nightmare things. Like, he was having a back and forth with somebody who quote retweeted his most recent post. Both of them are trying to like prove that they're in the right. Neither of them is agreeing that the other person has made any realistic points. At which point, the woman that he's talking to is like, "I'm so disappointed in you. I just hope you learn from this and grow from this situation." So Dan,
Hi.
if you were thinking of the worst thing to say in response to somebody telling you that they were disappointed in you and hoped you would grow from this experience, what are your top 3 "don't say this" in response to that?
Bear with, I'm bringing up my sound effects. Where's my beep? I don't have a... No, I should have a... What's this one?
The beep is gone. So it might be deactivated to avoid adding gas to the fire, especially after the backlash. JLog, I assume they deactivated because they were getting clowned on.
They would get mass reported as well.
Very one-sided fight.
Yeah.
They were not winning.
Honestly, yeah. I think the worst thing someone could probably respond to that would be like KMS, to be honest. Or like KYS, kind of thing.
Aggression,
Yeah.
Borderline suicide.
Like, you're the problem, not me. Or even religion. Using religion to be like, oh, this is why I had these beliefs, because Bible.
Religion is a good one. Religion is a good one. What's your third guess? I gave you 3. So one is aggression, another is religion.
Aggression, religion.
Ooh, I like Miramus's genderism.
Is that
just throw some
would that just be like
there,
biological response or something like that?
Something like that.
Some kind of bullshit.
But no, this guy, in response to a woman telling him, "I'm so disappointed in you. I hope you grow from this experience." His response, 3 words: "I forgive you."
Oh no.
Like, I screenshot that and sent it to a friend and go like, "Hey, if you're interacting with this guy in any way, shape, or form, he has gone into fuck ass territory. Get out. And I'm like, wow. Aster, we are talking about Dan found out about a
we'll stick to your
maker
topic.
who did stuff for him that did AI. We pivoted from that from a guy who was supporting somebody who's also doing AI. So, yeah. People using religion as a talking point to defend harsh actions or behavior. Still no excuse. Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, religion's a good guess. It's kind of what he did. He's just, "I forgive you." Wow. Of the worst things. Miss what AI was just for shit posts and memes. I never saw it.
Yeah.
I never saw it really used for that. I always saw it being like, "Oh, I'm so sad that this artist I really looked up to died." And then somebody chimes in like, "Oh, we fed all of his art into the machine. Don't worry, we can make more art by this guy. It'll be like he never died." And everybody's like, "Excuse you?" Like, that's my early interactions with Gen AI. It has always been fuck ass work by fuck ass people. And when he said those 3 words, either he didn't mean it or he was disingenuous. JLog, I think he might have just been a fuckwit. Like, some people are just so far up their ass. Miramus, I don't have words for that reply. It's possible his reading comprehension for that comment got mixed up in his head. I don't think it was. Like, wherever this person was ahead, I hope they choke on karma. I think karma's coming for him, yeah.
Not all use are bad, even... Nah. Asta, we disagree on this. I know we disagree on this.
Unfortunately, if 99% of the user base is bad and using it badly, the tool is pretty bad. Like, you might...
Yeah,
in a way, it's almost like arguing about guns and gun rights, because it's like, are guns evil? No. Are the people who shoot other human beings with guns evil? Yes. Well, what's 99% of the reason why we're upset at guns? People shooting other people with guns. Like, that's
Oh no.
Yeah, not arguing about its use.
Okay.
Yeah. But no. it was a thing that happened just this past week. It's on my mind, and there's a few friends I have to talk to privately to be like, hey, you were following this guy. His Twitter's gone, but you might want to clean out the Twitch and the Twitch and the Blue Skies, anything like that.
I'm honestly really down now that I have to go find a new logo, because I didn't budget for this kind of thing to come up.
Well, you know what? I looked up a few here while we were doing stuff before. I'm gonna send a few to you. They
I'm
are
looking at the prices, and it's all like £30 or more, and I mean that's okay. £30 is fine.
It's not too bad because this one was $40 US. This one's $50 US, discounted by 25%.
Okay, let's have a look real quick.
This one is $60 US. So those are like the first three that I found looking stuff up on VGen. So, but yeah, so there's a lot to unpack with this story of this person. One, as always, remember VTubers are people. And there are some good ones, and there are some that are on a good day they're a fuck ass, and on a bad day they're an asshole. I don't know if this was a good day or a bad day for that guy. Either way, I don't want to interact with him anymore. He's gone from my socials. He is gone from my Twitch. He can't see this. He's banned. So yeah, like, you know, remember your content creators are humans, and don't put us on a pedestal because I assure you we don't deserve it.
Thank you for the hair pet, Nori.
On changing topics, you had a delicious macaron. It was caramel flavored. Had another one that was strawberry. Oh, talk dirty to me. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
They're talking about food. But no, macaroons are great. Jokes on you, Dan deserves. Yeah. But no. Obviously, like, we're all humans. We're all this and all that. Two, you can tell a lot about people based on the company they keep and what they allow in their life. It's up to you to decide where you're going to draw that line and that boundary. And yeah, if you see somebody constantly retweeting Gen AI people, I agree, Ramiri. Dun dun dun. If you see somebody constantly retweeting or quote retweeting Gen AI people, and you don't want that in your life or your sphere, remove them.
That's a big
unfollow
paragraph.
them, mute them, block them. Do what you got to do to protect your peace. It's up to you where to draw that line. This guy clearly didn't see it from the perspective that the rest of us did, and he interacted with some pretty terrible people. And I think the criticisms people had about him for that fundraiser that he promoted was less about how dare you, support somebody who was getting doxxed, and more of a, out of all of the people you could have supported, why do you give a fuck about this one? And it's because that person was judging by the Gen AI art I saw them sharing that was transphobic Gen AI art. I'm like, no, this person's a fuck ass, and that was kind of people's criticism is like, we're not approving that this was done, but we're not going to help this person at all, and we're upset that you're trying to help this person.
J-Lux says, never a fan of AI when it comes to need a slop. The reason I would to try it, because I would like to try to test out voices, like Restart and how I said anime I like was in the English dub. All I could hit was the first 3 seasons before the 4th, well, we now know it's Pokemon. But to create a certain anime character I like, but with AI I find it challenging, same with voice adapting, unless I can find an actual expert voice. So this sounds like when it came from, oh my god, Mira, what have you done? Thank you, Mira. I will take that in just a second. Oh my god. Brain fart. So this sounds like back when AI first started and people were like just trying it out for like character designs for things and was like doing goofy things with the AI. And now it's like we've all moved past that and we're just like, okay, we're bored of this now. It's sucking the planet dry. Can we just get rid of it?
And also, like, a lot of people who use it, like, so many of these models are just straight up like, this is not a commercial product. Do not sell the results. And they're turning around and selling the results. And they really just are. Like, they're generating a ton of this stuff and then making Patreons or promoting themselves on social media. And Like, it's very disingenuous. There was one thing in the last 8 months where like a CEO is like, it's really unfortunate Steam makes us disclose that we're using Gen AI. And it's like, yeah, because we would all tell you to go fuck yourself if we knew about it, which is why you don't want us to know about it. Shut up. Yeah, transparency is useful. If people don't like it, they just will avoid it. And if you make a product that everyone's going to avoid because of what it contains, whether that is generative AI assets or arsenic, I think you should be required to disclose that. Let people decide what they want to consume.
Thank you, Mira. Thank you so much for the donation. That does mean a lot.
But speaking of Gen AI, and there's a quick pivot here. We'll get back to some other topics then. I'm sure everybody's heard about it by now. Twitch with the Gen AI shit on the website. Go into your settings, go into security and privacy, turn it off. Even if you're not a streamer, turn it off. Because they can still train on your data of what you're typing as a user. So turn it off. All of it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so an artist made a website that was all about anti-AI artists, and then
Clara, right?
Some fuckers.
Clara or Cara? I think I heard about that. Yeah.
No, you did hear about it. You're way in the know.
I read my Twitter timeline. I know things. Yeah, I heard Cara too. Some fuck ass took it as a challenge and scraped the whole website. He's saying he's not distributing it, but he's sharing URLs is what he's saying. And that, if you're upset about copyright, sharing URLs is allowed, but it's also like 7.5 terabytes of URLs, and it's like, yeah. Fuck the AI training on by default. I saw a clip where Twitch was talking about that, and they're like, if we had it off by default, no one would turn it on. And like, then why are you making it?
Yeah, I saw that. So there was it was a someone who was a part of the Twitch partner like voice group or something, where it made a short Insta reel that I caught earlier today, and they were saying that they caught the 3 hours stream that Twitch ended up doing after the announcement came out, and how they literally asked this digital officer or whatever about whether the AI would be scraping chats, and he said, I don't have an answer for you. And it was like so awkward, because he sat there kind of like tilted his head and was like, yeah, I don't have an answer for you. And then he was asked, has the AI been scraping our VODs like before you told us? And he couldn't answer, and then they they moved on.
Legal liability there,
and it was so bad.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, I mean, the one fortunate thing is Twitch says it doesn't keep the VODs around more than a certain amount of time. They have to fry them to clean up space. So the amount of VOD work that they could have scraped beforehand is relatively minor, but it still chaps my ass, because I've got 2 months worth of VODs that they could have run through and just grabbed everything, and clips and highlights.
Not great.
Everybody needs some mac and cheese right now. People who can have the best delicious supper they love at this point. Yeah, no. Food's great. But no, like, yeah, I saw bits and pieces. I saw clips. The 2 big ones I saw were why didn't they turn it off by default and let people enable it? To which they said, we know no one would use it. And it's like, yeah, you're right. That's why you turned it on, because you know no one wants this, and no one's going to go to the effort of turning it on, or such a small number of people will, that you're not going to get anything useful from it, which is why you did it the other way around.
Yeah.
And 2, 2, and this is the one I loved. They asked, is Twitch going to scrape the data from its own twitch.tv/Twitch
Oh yeah, yeah.
streaming account?
And
Which
then
the answer was no, no, he won't be. And I'm like, oh,
they didn't even say
shit.
no. They were like, I think we're probably gonna turn it off. And it was like, what do you mean? If you're gonna turn it off, why are you forcing everyone else to be doing this? What is wrong with you?
Someone's so full of shit. Zero here says painful because the mobile app doesn't have the setting. I heard that's coming in a later.
The mobile
update,
app
but
does.
I can't
It
confirm.
does. Yeah.
It does now. Okay, good.
No,
I know when
yeah,
it first dropped, it
because
didn't.
when I heard about it, I was able to turn it off through my mobile app. I mean, I'm gonna check right now that that's saved, but I'm pretty sure it did.
Which also important thing to note, I did hear a couple people saying they turned it off and then went to check it later and it wasn't off. I did double check mine. Mine stayed off, but yeah, general rule of thumb: if you're on mobile and you can't turn it off via the app, just go to the website. It's twitch.tv. Just do it there.
Yeah, it's turned off for me. Yeah.
Yeah, including some people said it turns back on. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's a couple of big things. From this week.
Mira said, I was telling my sister about it because she was saying, well, I don't stream or anything, but when I said that they could be using chats too, she screamed, what the hell? Now I turn off the website, does it auto turn off on the app? I believe so, because it saves across the settings. Because I turned off on mobile and it turned off on the website.
Yeah, it should turn off for both because it's an account setting, not an app setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I misread Mira Miss's reply. But yeah, turning it off in one spot should turn it off everywhere. But
yeah,
there is a possibility that they did scrape things beforehand. There's also a possibility that they deployed the setting and then didn't scrape us to hell and back. But you know that implies some modicum of morality, or maybe they just didn't have the time because we all
believe the corpo to be
very quickly.
honorable.
And look, I'm acknowledging that would be a stretch. I'm just saying maybe they didn't. We don't know, and the not knowing is the part that bothers us, especially because they've done some bad decisions. So, but yeah, that like those last two stories were basically like right from this past week. And
yeah. I mean, oof. We still gotta go back in time.
Got a lot of things to talk about. Just will somebody pop the goddamn bubble at this point. I'm sick and tired of. Yeah. I kind of want it to crash and burn.
That's another. Hang on, we're on the topic of AI. Sorry, my brain just exploded. The most recent. This really pissed me off. So this might piss off a few other people. The most recent Chiller's Art game put a disclaimer on their Steam page that they used AI. It's so disappointing when Chiller's Art games were so, like, they were so damn good, and especially highlighting scenarios that do happen to people in real life, like with the whole kidnapping and the whole like spooky supernatural ongoings in the Onken. Like these things have like generally been people's stories, and now they've gone and used AI. Yeah,
though from what I hear, that game was fairly mid anyways. I was reading the reviews on it because I saw somebody complaining about it. Chili's using AI, just the most recent one. But yes.
Very disappointing.
Yeah. The most recent one that just came out like this week.
That coin. Yeah, the one that came out this week. Yeah. Thank you for the daily coin binary. Lovely to see.
If you skip it, you're not missing much because apparently this one's not very good.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I haven't checked their Steam pages, but yes, the previous ones are not AI.
I looked at a few of the previous ones trying to find this one. I did not see them labeled for AI.
No, that's good.
So,
hi, Dr. Hans from Mr. Pig.
I don't think they're gonna go back and like retrofit their old games with AI. So anything before a certain point definitely doesn't have it. Anything past a certain point is like, okay, double check it and see if it has the tags. Still, why? I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people put this shit in there. Like some of it is just management and management being like kind of dazzled by this new toy, and seeing if they can make it work.
It's not a toy. Like
it's the perspective of people with a lot of money who don't work a day in their life. But also some of it I think is investor push. Like investors are going to give you money if they think you're using AI in the game. So people add it just to get investor money.
You love the manly badass hero videos of the Chill Arts games. It's really heartbreaking. Well, we don't know. I mean, manly badass hero might still choose to play those games, and that I think see, this is where I get frustrated because I'm like, yes, more games, amazing, good. If Charizard decides to go back into their game and remove the AI and change the disclaimer to we used to use AI and now no longer do, perfect, amazing, that's fine, play it. But if a game is actually still got AI in it, I just like I don't know, because we're saying
at all, even from 100% money standpoint, because a lot of these places are banking on the fact that people aren't going to read it. Like a lot of places really do bank on people don't care enough to look into it, to read it, to pay attention to the rules, to like they are feeding on people's laziness. And if we get extra money from the investor, if we use something that will make the game sell abysmal, we will lose money. But you're thinking of it in terms of yourself. At the same time, that executive who gets that contract deal brings a bunch of money into the company. Like they're not making games for gamers anymore. They are making games to make investors happy. Like speaking of big games, Grand Theft Auto 6. No idea what the AI status of that's going to be. I don't even want to think about it. But
it's going to have AI in there somewhere. It is. Probably.
But realistically speaking, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come out. Good game, bad game, doesn't matter. It's going to make a ton of money. It's already made a ton of money just from pre-orders.
Yeah.
But within 6 months of it being out, they're going to lay off staff.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to lay off so many of the developers who made that game, good or bad. Doesn't matter how well it sells, doesn't matter how skilled these people are, they're going to be gone from the company. They're going to lose their jobs. Tech dads are blinding tech investors and ignoring public outcry. Basically, yeah. No, that's also like sunken cost fallacy, Miramis. Like, if the AI bubble pops, they will lose so much money. They have to keep the train going. The Yokai Watch sequel has AI in it. I hope not. Obviously, they'll lay off people and make games to lose millions and slowly go bankrupt. We can kind of hope, but I mean, at this point, I don't know. But yeah, is a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a problem.
So speaking about AI still in gaming, I want to stick on this topic for a little bit longer. I was watching a video earlier this week, or last week, and it was saying about how that the number of games that had been released on Steam that had AI disclaimers was like 800% up within the last, I don't know, I think it was something like from the start of this year.
Doesn't surprise me.
But the number of sales for those games was still way down in like minimal basic numbers. Like nothing amazing or special, you know, like.
Yeah.
So whilst they are shilling out AI game after AI game over and over and over again, they aren't getting the gamers' attention. So like we are not picking up the AI games on purpose. Yeah. And eventually they're going to realize they're just wasting their time and give up, I hope.
It's a mix of things, because I think on one hand, like anybody that's anti-AI, like you and me, we're checking the disclaimers on every single game because we don't trust a damn one of them anymore. Like, there's a lot of games I'm just like, I don't even read the description anymore. The first thing I scroll down to is to check for an AI disclaimer. And if it has one, I go up, I mark the game as ignore, and I move on with my day. This is NFTs 2.0, basically. Yeah, same people. But also like AI is not good. Like my workplace forces me to take AI training for stuff because they're trying to push it among staff. And you know what the fun thing about this training is? The words they use to describe AI providing incorrect or wrong data as an output, the term they use for it is hallucination. Let that sink in. These are people who are like, we need to push this technology that is constantly hallucinating all the time, and that you need to frequently check the output to make sure that it's correct.
Yeah.
At which point I'm just sitting in the corner going, maybe we just should not use the thing that's hallucinating all the time. But I know I'm in the minority. It's not producing good output. It's producing like bad language translations. It's producing bad writing. It's producing bad graphics, or at least very identifiable graphics. Like half the games I click on that have AI on Steam these days are games that I'm like, oh, I looked at one thumbnail image. That's definitely AI. I'm going to go in there and mark this game as ignore. Like it has some very, very obvious visual markers, and I have no idea how people made it to the top because they clearly have 0 cents how to make money without burning the entire place down. Basically, yeah. Like, it's a lot of them aren't very competent, and also, like, some of them really have never worked a trial by fire job. Like they are people who stepped into the executive sector. They made some decisions, but like they're not good against snake oil salesmen. They are extremely susceptible to it, and I think that's a lot of what the AI is, because like it's promising, oh, it'll be this good eventually. It'll be this good later.
Yeah.
Oh, when do we want you to give us the money? Oh, now. We want you to give us the money right now for the thing that'll be good later. Like, hilarious takes on Tumblr. Oh, opposite series of people who hate AI. Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, what would you do if ChatGPT shut down today? And the rest of us were like, celebrate, be happy, do whatever the fuck we were going to do with ChatGPT. Not know, like it's one of those like, do you think we don't remember what it was like 5 years ago when we didn't have this fuck ass shit?
We are discussing.
I saw the exact same thing, Miramis. Yeah, no, that's great. I love it. Completely out of touch.
Keep living your life since I used that a single time to see what it's like. Yeah, I gotta say hands down, people have used AI at least once to at least see what it could potentially do. I had old friends, no longer friends anymore, thank Christ, that would literally sit in a Discord voice call and make their D&D characters using a bloody AI character generator. And I just sat there with my mind hurting, being like, why are you doing this? We literally have artist friends that could do this for you. What are you doing? But it was,
you have like pick crews or like customizable things where you can like just go and make it from a customizable base, and like, no, it has to be the shiny, pretty AI version. Like, no, it motherfucking don't.
Exactly.
Sorry, I cut in there.
You did. It's fine. It's fine. We are very passionate about this topic, so I understand.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
No,
Anyway,
fine. We must have been cussing out AI. Let me pivot topics here a little bit, because I've definitely there's some things I can pivot off with this. So a lot of people obviously upset with Twitch with the recent AI rule, and I've seen more than a few people in the last couple of months, last year, maybe go to a slightly bluer Twitch, or at least some other websites, and look at different alternatives where they could stream. To anybody going to these other sites, my number one recommendation to you: read the terms of service closely.
yeah.
These places are not Twitch. I know for Blue Twitch in particular, if you want to stream there, you got to give them an ID. And if you get banned, you can't exactly roll up a new account with a different ID and stream again. So read the stuff closely. Ask questions when you need to. Make sure you understand things as they're going to interpret. And if there's any kind of FAQ that you can, check in on and see information about, do so. Inform yourself as best as you can, because I've seen a few people just give like stupid opinions like, I guess I'm streaming on Blue Twitch now. I'm like, no, don't just jump to Blue Twitch for this reason or that reason or this other reason. You know, don't go here if you don't know the rules. Like, there's stuff you can't do. These places are not lawless zones where anything goes. There is a different set of rules for them, and you need to adhere to them, or they will get in a lot of trouble, and they will double tap your account with a shotgun if they think you're going to be a threat to the site's prosperity.
Yeah, of course they will.
The only AI I ever used wasn't True AI, and it's way before this. Cleverbot did a good job of typing. Hey, dude, back and forth. Yeah. Like, I've used it for work, and obviously,
back
like...
and forth, amazing.
Yeah. Like, obviously, I took training for work. I had to use it as part of the training. They're like, yeah, go to either, you know, the internal AI or ChatGPT and do 2 of these training exercises with it. I'm like, okay, I will do that as a minimum because it's required for the training. I will lose the links. I don't care. But the rest of my life, I don't even fiddle with it because just the people that use it are so repugnant. Yeah, super important. Make sure you read the rules on places and you understand them.
Yes.
The reason why I bring that up, then this is actually one of my topics off my sheet. I get to do one.
Oh, yay!
Saw a blurb. I saw a constantly reoccurring story pop up in the last 6 months or so.
Okay.
And it's people calling out content usage rights in social media terms of service and things like that. And there's some scary language in there that people basically interpret as permission to use anything you upload to it as Gen AI or something scary like that, like threatening your copyright, threatening it with Gen AI. The language reads something to the effect of, because I have a whole like more than 1-page section of this.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you read this.
The language reads something to the effect of, by submitting, posting, or displaying content on or through the services, you grant us a worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, reproduce, process, adapt, modify, publish, transmit, display, and distribute such content in any and all media or distribution methods now known or later developed. That is the full example cut I had there. That is not AI language. That is social media language. I know it looks scary to see them say that you're giving them worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free license to process, adapt, modify. This is uploading a photo to Instagram and putting a filter on it. That's what that language means. And I can even show Dan if he really wants to see it here. I grabbed the terms of service from all the websites. X, Instagram, Facebook, and Meta, Tumblr, all of them. They all have this language, and it's not AI language. I have seen this come up so many times in the last like 5 to 10 years, because every now and again, every like year or two, people read this for the first time and freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Is it so they can actually post content to their site and not get sued? Exactly. That's all it is, Miramis. It's just... yeah, because the specific language for Twitter here, in choosing to submit input, create, generate, post, or display content on or through the services, you grant us worldwide non-exclusive royalty-free license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, reproduce, process, adapt, modify, publish, transmit, display, upload, download, and distribute such content, including anything referenced therein, in any and all media and distribution methods now known or later developed for any purpose.
Oh.
You upload a picture to Twitter, it goes into their server, and it goes out to people in the world. That's all that means. That's all that means. Like, there are parts of that are not great, because of the part, like, by choosing to generate, like, that's talking about Gen AI, but the overall language is just, this is social media usage language. I'm letting people know about this because every time this shows up, it lights a fire under my ass, because people don't read and they don't understand, and they see this and they immediately go, oh god, they're stealing my copyright for this. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just trying to avoid getting sued for being a social media site. So read the terms of service, understand them. Because modified part could just be the site shrinking down the image while linking the original. It could also be putting like a sepia tone on it in Instagram.
Yeah.
Like Instagram filters. It's so many different things. It's like you can't really. This language scares people, but it's not bad.
I mean, I think it scares people because they don't understand what it's saying. It's specifically worded in a way that only those who have, like, for example, taken a course of some kind in the PR world would understand what it means.
A little bit, yeah, and it's definitely for like the younger generation of people that haven't run into this yet. That I'm kind of saying this for, because there's a lot of younger people on Twitch. It does tend to skew very young. If you see this show up, it's fine, guys. It's cool. They're not trying to steal all your stuff, at least not with the terms of service. They're just trying to avoid getting sued. But every time somebody finds it for the first time and doesn't know what it is, they freak out and they go on Twitter and get themselves and everyone all worked up, except for the ones that know what's what. And that's usually me in the quote retweets going, guys, this is the social media language, not the Gen AI language. Calm down. It's fine. Have some dip. I don't know if it's still around. There's a site that would translate submitted TOS into plain English. Yeah, probably somewhere. But like, I can read this and understand it. It's fine. It is legalese. It is mentioning specific things, but like, it's not bad. But yeah, definitely. You know, as people decide what they're going to do with Twitch, because there was also a big thing lately with YouTube for ASMR and audio content creators getting like banned and suspended or removed from YouTube, and they're all panicking on like what to do, and they're all trying to figure out like what caused it, because for some of them they think it's the descriptions of the videos link out to not safe for work content that they've done, and YouTube is finally being like, that is unacceptable, we're not going to warn you, we're just going to ban your entire channel. So people are panicking and freaking out of it. A few of them I've seen of just like, yo, I'm taking all of my ASMR offline, I'm loading all of it up to Patreon. It is a free Patreon post. It's fine, guys. Other people are doing different methods, but wherever you're going to get away from these large companies and websites pulling some shit and doing something funny, just read the rules, understand the rules. I know reading the terms of service sucks. I've done it a few times. It's dry. You could have cheese and crackers with this. It's so dry. But do it anyways, just so you know and understand what you're doing and where you're going. Because I have seen more than a few people make some pretty big blunders and get themselves banned or suspended from these sites when they didn't need to be, if they had just read the rules and had any way of a passing understanding of them. Can't wait for the company saying why people are buying from us and complaining about it a little bit. Sahara Desert looks pretty damp compared to some TOS. Yeah, Sahara is a bit of a swamp compared to the TOS.
Welcoming.
Hi, Foxy. But yeah, no. You know, definitely make yourself familiar with the sites and services you use. And I'll even say, go so far as like, there was somebody a long time ago that was on like some streaming website, and they got in trouble because they had an issue with discoverability on the site, and were trying to like force the site to make a change, and like they were going to stage a protest, and the site people found out about this, found out this person was stirring up trouble, and they just banned them. They just banned them and kicked them off the site. So they went to a competitor's site, and they didn't read the terms of service. They just showed up there, and one of the first things they did was start running a raffle. They got banned from the competitor's site because the competitor's site had in their TOS, raffles are considered gambling, and you are not allowed to gamble on the site. So they got banned because they didn't read the TOS. And that ban,
Sunny D. Nice.
They said they're going to appeal the ban. They did not win that appeal because they were also dumb enough to post on their Twitter, their public Twitter, that, hey guys, if you want more raffle tickets, just go to my page on the site and tip me the amount of money that I wanted for raffle tickets. I'll treat any tip of that amount as a raffle ticket. And I'm like, wow, you are stupid. And sure enough, they got banned again. That ban stuck.
Oh dear.
Makes me miss
So
one of the most like Bible thump.
I just learnt that one of my emotes got taken down, so that's fun.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Literally about 8 hours ago. That's shame. Oh, it had a good run.
Raffles are just really scummy for getting more followers. It depends on how people do it. Like you can run a raffle in a way that is actually ethical and decent. But I've seen some people with their head really up their ass about raffles where it's like, yeah, you have to follow me. You have to like the tweet. You have to retweet the tweet. You have to, do all this other stuff. Also, I've seen people that are like, hey, I keep a list of everybody who did this in the raffle, and if any of them unfollow me after I announce the raffle winners, I block them. And I'm like, that's motherfucker. Like, you asked for the follow for your raffle thing. You didn't ask them to stay following for like a year. Like,
yeah.
No. Some people are just very controlling and very just messy.
Yeah, it can get very messy.
Oh, which one got banned? Was it the butt?
Yeah, the butt is gone, everyone.
Nope. Sorry, Dan. You got too much juice in that caboose.
Oh, it's true. It's very true. What can I say except goodbye, Dumpy? Do 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 do.
I don't know. I think "you're welcome" would have worked perfectly fine there, other than being a potential copyright claim.
Wait, why would it be copyright claim for Dumpy?
No, I said don't say "dumpy" if you said "what can I say except you're welcome," because that's the song.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea how it got accepted in the first place, because they don't scan stuff going in. Like, unless you use like very specific language, like the literal names of sexual organs, they're not gonna block it.
Yeah,
that's how a lot of people get away with that. Is they upload something and they have a name that's not too bad, and then at some point later the system gets updated and it's like, wait a minute, we have 10 billion dumpies on Twitch, burn them all.
It got shut down. So I'll put a different animated emote up. Don't worry, everyone, it'll be okay.
Thankfully, Discord is not as prudish as Twitch is about emotes, so Dumpy might live on in Dan the Draco King's Discord.
Oh yeah, forgot I could do that.
Join Discord, which we both have one, to enjoy our favorite Dumpy emotes. I don't have a Dumpy one, but I do have emotes there that aren't on Twitch. Actually, can I do a little bit of self-promoting now, Dan?
Yeah, go ahead. My energy level just took a dip.
Fair enough. So I just announced last night that I am going to, for the first time ever, be doing a subathon, and more specifically a subathon, a September subathon. Why, you ask? 'Cause I have more emotes than I have slots for, and I want to fill my emote slots. I want to use more emotes. So yeah, I'm going to be running a subathon next month, trying to earn enough sub points to unlock all of
Time for some self-care.
Static and animated emote slots for my affiliate level. So check out my social information for more details about that. I just posted something yesterday. I don't know if you saw it yet, Dan. You might have, you might not have. I did pin it to at the top of my Twitter, so it'll be easier to find there. But yes, small aside on emotes, I am also doing an emote thing.
Oh, ads in 1 minute, so we'll be taking a break in a minute's time, everyone.
Yeah, we can do that. When we're between topics, do we want to just take it early?
We can do.
Yeah, do you have like a button you can press that turns on ads?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I do. But it's only for 1 minute. It's not for 3.
You don't have the 3. Then well, let's just wait out the roughly 30 seconds on my end until ads.
Yeah.
So, but I hope you're all having a good time. We will try and steer away from foaming at the mouth about Gen AI so much in the second hour.
Yes.
Make no mistake,
yes.
We still hate it. We still hate it. We're just not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about other things we hated instead, or things we love, preferably.
Here's the new emote for you all instead.
Yep. Anyway, my ads are starting in 5 seconds, so I will see you in a few minutes.
See you soon. Here we come, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello, we have returned from the ad jail. They couldn't keep us. We did our nickel back.
Yes. We are back. Thank you for the
All
boat,
right.
President.
Yeah. So, we spent that first hour talking about some serious things, talking about some stuff that upset us, that made us
Me.
unhappy,
Fine.
maybe even a little bit angry. Let's talk about something cool and awesome. Dan, how was
Hi.
Expedition 33?
I loved it. I loved it a lot. So I think the story had one of the most interesting twists that I have experienced in a long time. I'm really excited to see what they do with the world that they've created. I mean, I hope they do something with the world they've created. I mean,
I hear there's a sequel planned in universe. There's something planned. Yes.
Good. Yes, that's what I did during the break. That's why I'm back to full energy levels. I calmed myself down, Nora, but yes, have your mac and cheese. So what was I saying? Yeah, because they created this whole like artists, painters versus writers kind of thing, and it was like, wait, what? We're not even
seeing the big fight. We're just
this
seeing
is the prequel.
Little
this
thing.
is the prequel to the main story. You what? But what I really must say, I'm gonna get this complaint out of the way first of all. The world was so sparse in terms of like you'd go somewhere and you'd find a music disc and that would be it. No lore, no story about the area. I wish they'd put like little documents or even expedition logs in those areas to be like bit more info, some more exposition on areas around the world rather than being like, can you create this amazing setting but your camera is locked in this one corner. Search the area to reassemble them. Yes.
Yeah. No, because that's a bit more of like a Soulsborne storytelling style, and I think that would have been good because there is still like the main story that they're trying to tell, but like they could have done something with those expedition logs of like putting those in some of those places because they had so many of them. They had like 60 that they could have put out there.
I didn't even get them all. Did you get them all?
No, I was missing a few.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but there weren't even enemies there. That's the thing. That like we're talking about. This is the big bad world. It's deadly. It's dangerous. Those areas should still have had like an enemy there, or some kind of.
I don't mind that there were like dead spots because I kind of treated them as like this is a painting someone did once, and this is its spot in the world where it exists. But I do like your idea of having a little bit of lore and storytelling in that section to be like somebody got here and looked around and this is what they thought and felt about this place.
Yeah,
because really like what we find are the last journal of each member of the expedition. They could have left them around like breadcrumbs and we could have found more of them. Like expedition, like Expedition 50 Journal 1 where you find like Expedition Journal 3 first. You're like, hey, where's 1 and 2? And you can kind of like see where they went and see what they did. That would have been a cool change. That would have been really neat.
Yeah, it would have been.
If I had to complain about something, I didn't like a lot of the jumping puzzle stuff. I'm like, wow, they put jump in this game just to give us these fuck ass jumping puzzles. I did not like those. There were a few that I tried. There's definitely some that I'm like, I don't care anymore.
I suck at parkour, so my opinion is biased already. But
that's also mine. Yeah.
I think not even giving XP for getting past the jumping puzzles was kind of like meh. But I understand why they did it, and I respect why they did it because it was just like, here's a cosmetic. Congrats, you can show off that you did this jumping puzzle.
Yeah, because there definitely would be a subset of people like, oh, if they put the god weapon at the top of this horrible monster tower, I have to do it. No, otherwise, I'm not playing optimally. Like, no, like if you wanna strut your stuff, climb the horrible tower. If you want to win the game by fighting, just go fight stuff. Every Destiny player's got used to jumping puzzles. Oh man.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. Like, it's a 10 out of it. It did not surprise me at all when it swept the award shows, because it's like a 10 out of 10 in writing. It's a 10 out of 10 in music. I personally like the combat a lot. Like, the characters are well done and well written. Like, it is almost an immaculate story, and the few things against it are minor at best for me. I really enjoyed it. I wish they'd cooked it a little bit longer, because I know I had some PC technical issues when I played it around release last year. Yeah, rope jump lightning. Yeah, exactly. But no, like, it's just a fantastic game. Yeah, those plot twists, yeah, they fuck with you, don't they? Because, like, I will say it is probably has my favorite opening of any game I've ever played, because you start off in Lumiere and you're like, oh, is this guy, and he's got a flower, and he's gonna go talk to this lady who's his girlfriend, not girlfriend, and they have a history. We don't know what, and she's really sad today. We don't know why. And then we find out why, because Thanos snaps away in his arms, and it's like, oh,
Heartbreaking. Yeah.
oh, that's a call to action. Because, like, you play a game, and I played a lot of, like, RPGs, and especially JRPGs, where, like, yeah, your village gets blown up, and you're like, oh, the little pixel people died. You know, whatever, I can go out and do the adventure now. Here it's like, oh, fuck, they killed Sophie.
Yeah.
We just fell in love with Sophie. Like, it invests the player in a way that is so good, because, like, I got out of that and I'm like, fuck it, we're doing it for Sophie. We're doing the fuck out of this for Sophie. And then it throws you under the bus again immediately afterwards, as the entire expedition gets murked on the beach when they land. And I'm like, oh, holy shit. Like, I knew it was going to happen, because I was following the devlogs for this game, and I knew the cast wasn't going to be big. I knew we're going out with like 50, 60 people. There's no way all of them are living. Something's going to happen that pushes us away from the group, because otherwise we're never really going to get stronger. Like, this isn't Monster Hunter. I didn't expect them all to die, like, immediately. Chapter 2 might have been, Chapter 2 end was one of your favorite video game moments. Chapter 2 end was very good. I love the Chapter 1 end, because Chapter 1 is long. The end of Chapter 1 is just long enough from the start of the game for everybody to be like, no, it's fine, it's safe. We had all of the death, and now we're off on our fun little adventure, and nothing bad will ever happen again. And you hear the sound of that cane hitting the floor, and there's a guy walking closer in the background. That, as a knower, as someone who knows what's going to happen, that entire scene is so fascinating to watch and rewatch again and again, to see people's reactions, to sit with them and kind of like hold their hand as it's happening, because you know it's not getting any better. It's not getting better, and it's going to be rough. And I've seen people, you know, beg and plead. When Verso shows up at the end, I knew one streamer I was watching, she had a full 30-minute long crash out over, I don't want this fuck ass guy, give me back Gustav, like screaming it for 30 minutes. And I'm like, I can't even get mad at her. I'm like, you know what, she's right. She's so right and true. Like, maybe she needs to grow up a little bit, but these emotions are valid as fuck. But even that scene there, where, like, you don't, what is it Renoir says? You won't understand this, but this is a kindness, not a cruelty. And we're just like, it happens, and you're just like, oh, fuck you. But then you find out, like, oh, he's killing everybody, because if the Nevrons kill them, their chroma gets locked down, and Aline doesn't have access to it anymore. She gets weaker, and another Gamage happens. So if he doesn't kill them, if he kills them, the chroma goes out and disperses, and Aline can have it back. But if they die to the Nevrons, it's helping Clea and Renoir, and the Gamage will continue to happen, and will happen faster. So he's doing a terrible thing in the purpose of something good, and that's why he's kind of like a little bit conflicted when he does it sometimes. But it's still like, this is a man who has resolved himself to doing evil things for what he believes, but you don't have the context when that scene happens, and they play it so well of him being the villain until you get to the part where he's just like, I remember your death. She made me inherit the memories and feelings of losing you. You're not fake to me. Like, when you actually fight him at the end of Act 2, like, that's a heartfelt moment. Like, it's a heartfelt moment when, like, Renoir gets gammaged. The painted Renoir gets gammaged. And what are his last words? He's like, they're my family and I love them too. Something like that. And it's like, this is a guy fighting for what he cares about the whole time. We're just opposed to him. It's a very good story for having a lot of villains, people that look like villains but are just antagonists, and people that look like antagonists but are actually villains. Or not even like, who's the villain of the game even? Like, it's not painted Renoir, even though he's presented that way for the first 2 acts of the game, because he's just trying to not die and have his whole family be wiped out. It's not real Renoir, who's just like, yeah, I don't want to sit at home and watch my wife slowly die in front of a canvas because she's using it to numb her grief. And I'll do whatever I have to do so my wife doesn't die not long after my son does. Like, there's a time differential between the real world and that painted canvas. It is not years after Verso died in the real world. It's months at best, probably weeks. So, like, it's really, really close, and that grief is really, really raw. So you understand his perspective by the end of it. You almost empathize with it, but it's still just like, okay, like it's like he says, your friends speak truth, but it changes nothing. Renoir speaks truth, but it still changes nothing. You're gonna kill us all if we don't kill you first, old man. Sorry, I want to live today.
Yeah.
And they do such a good job, because yeah, Renoir is not the villain, Aline is not the villain, Verso's the closest we have to a villain, but even still, Verso's doing a good and noble thing for kind of villainous, selfish reasons, but he's still like... What was that?
I was saying it depends on the perspective you have, yeah.
I will say this. Did you finish the max affection quest for Mael, where you went up and fought Alicia at the Reacher? You climbed the tower.
I don't remember. It was many months ago, I'm afraid.
So I'm gonna give a late game spoiler for Expedition 33 here, because it's a relevant thing for this topic. So everybody has an affection meter that you can start leveling up in Act 2. In Act 3, you get like final quest to unlock people's last gradient attack, last big hit. And Mael's involves going after the 4th Axon that Verso discounts early in the game. He's like, no, we can't go after that one. That's on a mountaintop. It's too high.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, I didn't do that.
You go up this thing, and at the top of it, Alicia is there. She's painting the Axon, which these Axons, they explain at the end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3, are Renoir's paintings of his family. He didn't do portraits, he did the Axons. So that's why Sirene is his wife's painting. That is how he sees his wife. Visage is Verso's painting. That's how he sees Verso. The one that died, was that the Hauler? That's how he sees his daughter Clea. And the Reacher is how he sees Alicia. This large creature on stilts reaching for the sky. So it's this point where like all 3 versions of Alicia are there in the same spot. And Alicia, the painted one, freezes time again. The Reacher's mouth opens up. You go inside, and the real Reacher's inside, and it's just like one of the little doll kids that you see around a couple times. It's a monster from the zone, and you fight Alicia in that like frozen moment, which is a fucked up thing for that fight. Alicia is super vulnerable to burn damage, which is a character like a combat weakness that has a narrative bite to it that I'm like, oh god, why did they have to go that far?
That is very fucked up. Yeah. Wow. I'm glad they did it, but holy crap.
They do this stuff. But you end the fight, and Alicia basically is just like, takes Mael's hand, puts it against her chest, and just kind of gives her a look like, I'm done. End it. And Mael gamages Alicia in front of Verso, and he does not take it well. And they have a talk about it afterwards, and he's just like, he's still upset about it, but he's like, I at least wanted a chance to try and talk her out of it, or at least say goodbye. And as Mael, you can kind of admit it, like, yeah, you know what, sure, I should have given you the chance to say goodbye, I didn't. But again, you would have just tried to talk her out of it, and that's you just being selfish. Like, you want to die, but you don't want your sister to die, and you're kind of full of shit about that, Verso. But
yeah,
in a conversation afterwards, and this is where Verso is such a character, and like, he is heroic and villainous at the same time, and he's written so well. He talks about having seen her in Lumiere a few times. He was keeping an eye on her. And watching people replay the game, when you step into the sea level, when you step in your first doorway to get access to the mansion, there's a character, like there's a cinematic scene that plays, and there's a character kind of watching from the distance. That's Verso. Watching it later on, that's Verso following your party, keeping an eye on all of you. And Mael asks the question of like, hey, if you've been following me the whole time, could you have stepped in and stopped Renoir from killing Gustav? And it gives you a choice for Verso. And the options are tell the truth or lie.
What did you choose?
I chose truth. And he's like, yeah, I could have stopped him from killing Gustav. I chose to wait. I chose to let Gustav die because I wanted to take you to Old Lumiere, and I knew he would never let me because it's too dangerous. Wow. So I let him die so I could get you to where I wanted you to go to help me do my thing. And she's like, thank you for telling me the truth. Thank you for being honest with me. He's like, you're not mad? And she's like, I'm so far beyond being angry about any of this anymore. I'm just happy you told me the truth. See Virgil in the beach massacre at the start. I didn't notice him there, but I figured he's probably there somewhere. Because that's a little chaotic, the massacre at the beach. But yeah, Verso straight up is the reason why Gustav dies. Verso could have saved him and didn't. And he did it so he could manipulate Mael in doing what he wanted. He's the one that carried Mael. Yeah, he did mention that. Like, he is there. I just didn't know you could see him. But like, Verso is also just a complicated character where he's the crux of all of this because he's Aline made him as a way of staving off her grief, of basically being like an opiate. Like, she's using him and the fantasy he's able to give her to drug herself so she doesn't have to face her grief. And he is hyper aware of that, and he hates himself for it. And he thinks that if he went away, all of this would get better. But she made him immortal and he can't die. So it's this weird, like, self-destructive, he doesn't want to live anymore. Which actually, here's a good question. What ending did you pick, Dan? Did you back Verso and destroy the painting, or did you back Mael and stop Verso?
Frick. I don't. This is the problem. It was so many months ago. I don't remember. But I feel like I had Renoir left the pain. Oh, did both? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, did both? Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Mira.
Thank you, Miramis. But the one I ended up choosing was I ended up backing Mael. I stopped Verso, not because I thought Mael was right or because I thought Mael was wrong, or I thought Verso was wrong. I did it for the expeditions. I did it because the mantra of those expeditions was for those who come after, and it's so there are so many people who gave up their lives to get us this far, and a betrayal at the last minute of defying what they did and what they sacrificed for, an end to the gamage. I thought that was more valuable than saving Mael. Knowing full well that, like, staying in the painting is going to kill her.
King, welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
Staying in the painting 100% would kill her. but I'm like, I don't care about this family in the real world and their grief and their problems. I care about all of the people Aline made in this painted world that are so real, they are virtually indistinguishable from an actual soul.
I kind of wish that they had put the whole family in there earlier in the game, like introduced us to them far sooner and started telling us more about the family dynamics sooner, because we're going to be going into the same, like into the next game, the next like universe game, where we're going to have
next Claire Obscures,
and we're going to have these characters, obviously Maëlle, Claire, and Renoir and Ellie, and we're going to be like, well, we don't really know the parents that well, other than that they had broken hearts, and now they're like coming out of that, forced out of that, to be quite honest, in some regards. And now they've got all their grief to try and deal with, while also there's maybe some secret war brewing underneath with the writers. I don't know.
Also, I will say, and this is because I kind of said something about earlier about like they don't have to go that hard in this game for the making Alicia vulnerable to burn damage.
I did back Maëlle first. I said my true ending. I'm backing Maëlle all the way. I think that she should get to enjoy this world a little bit longer. She can leave whenever she wants. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean she's dead, like she's gonna die. She can just step out when she's done, give her like a year or two and she'll be back. But like, yeah,
I don't think
and then I played the other one as well.
But no, like, this game puts so many little Easter eggs and neat treats in it, the writers being one of those, because I said I was going to get back to this later.
Oh, okay.
This is the fun of the writing of this story. Who killed Real Verso? The writers killed Real Verso. Because
they set the fire, didn't they?
But of course, the writers killed Verso because they wrote the game with Verso dead. It's a very meta answer of like, who killed Verso? The writers killed Verso, because of course the writers killed Verso. But think of the meta commentary of that, like how nuts that is, and they don't need to go that hard, but they do. Another thing, Minoko. Minoko is this thread you can keep pulling. So the reason why it's called Expedition 33 is because it was either 32 developers and one dog, or 33 developers and one guy's dog. The dog is counted in some capacity. That dog in the real world, in our world, is Minoko. They put a dog in the game called Minoko that during the epilogue, the part between chapters 2 and 3, when you're running around as Alicia, you can see the dog sitting by the fire, and there's Noko and Minoko the third. They're dogs there. But in the painting, in the mansion, there is a hidden secret room full of dog portraits of Minoko the dog. But my personal favorite thing, Minoko has a theme song to his fight. You fight him twice. You fight him once in the story, and then once in like he has like a rematch against Verso. How does that song start? It goes bow wow wow wow, bow wow wow wow, and I'm like, you don't need to go this hard, game. You don't need the character inspired by a dog who's inspired by another dog to have his theme song start with bow wow wow. But you did. You did, and it's so fucking good. And it's so clever. Like, also, everybody on the expedition is 32 years old. Why? Oh, because everybody 33 or older gamaged. Except Maëlle. Maëlle's there too. No! Maëlle is also 32 years old because she's 16 in the game, 16 in the painting, and she's 16 in the real world. She's 32. Everyone on the expedition who leaves Lumiere is 32 years old.
You went into this far more than I did.
Yeah, I love this game. Like, they didn't need to do stuff like that, but they did, and it's so clever, and it's such a small little thing, this little breadcrumb trail that you can keep pulling at, and like, the more you pull, there's just more there, Dan. there's just more there. I've been in love with this game for a year and a half, and I keep pulling things like, holy shit, there's more. Like, it's so good. So fucking good. I love this game.
A little rat.
I can feel the hyperfixation. Exactly, Foxy.
Yeah,
very
I was
normal
gonna
about
say,
this game.
you have hyperfixated to the point where, like, I don't have anything more to say.
But no, fantastic game, 10 out of 10. I appreciate it getting all of the awards. I will say, as the one controversy against it, somebody did point out that they did use a placeholder AI gen image in it. I don't know if it launched with that and it was patched out, or if they did it earlier and then patched it before launch and just told people that they did that, but that's the one thing they did. You did say earlier, using Gen AI and like removing it. I think it was like the newspapers on like the telephone poles in some places. Some of those were Gen AI created originally. The version right out now on Steam does not have Gen AI in it, because they've either patched it out or it never hit launch version. But that's like the one thing. Yeah, they forgot to replace it as soon as somebody noticed it was a newspaper. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, it was days after the game's launch in late April.
Yeah, which is also, to me, a perfect reason of don't use Gen AI placeholders.
Yeah.
Just put in a fucking neon green placeholder. You'll find it. You'll find it faster and you won't forget it. Use fucking pastels, goddammit. You'll notice the pastel blue newspapers sitting around the game called placeholder blue newspaper. Like, you'll see those.
Yeah, you will. Neon stick figure, exactly. Purple and black grid, yeah. Like missing texture kind of design, yeah. Put
something in. Like, you don't need to use Gen AI to make that. Just make a fucking image of the right dimensions and make it a solid color, and that's your placeholder. It's fine. All you'll do if you use Gen AI is forget that it's there and it won't be on the checklist.
Yes.
There's no reason to have it in. That is like the one, that and the damn jumping are like the two things about the entire game that I'm like, I don't like these.
Should I get rid of this Rexy boy? Sorry, my kitten is here. One of my kittens is now here. Hi, Rexy baby. Oh yes, head scratches.
Yes. Pre-order do what Gmod does and have an error as a placeholder. Yeah, something like just have something else there that is very easy to notice, but doesn't use Gen AI. Gen AI is like, it's unnecessary for this. You can have other things as placeholders. But yeah,
they've learned and they're not going to do it again. So
I hope so. From what they said in interviews, we were talking a little bit earlier about like the next game. They talked about more games in the Claire Obscure universe, not Expedition 33 or not Expedition 34, whatever they would call it. It's specifically going to be another Claire Obscure.
Yeah.
Using same universe. I would almost hope that they would do a story about the writers next. Whether that's a written world or
the
like
events
show both sides of this argument.
The events of what's going on during Claire Obscure Expedition 33, but over on the writer's side, so in the real world. And they're like, now's our time to strike because that family are trapped, they're weakened, blah 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 blah. And then you're basically playing the character that decides, like, do you go full in wholeheartedly on the painters, or do you try and convince everyone else not to, is what I'm thinking.
Or hell, even make it a prequel, and one of your jobs in this is you're trying to stop the guy that's going to start a fire and attack this family, and you fail.
And you have to deal with dealing with the guilt
whole
and
war is
repercussions
the ramifications of a radical faction of people doing effectively a terrorist attack against this family, and the writers aren't as evil as we think. Because one thing I will say, the next game is going to be just as morally gray and ambiguous as this one is.
Oh yeah,
and it's good damn storytelling.
Good boy. Drink your water.
Is Claire Obscure a MMO or JRPG? Technically neither. It is an RPG, JLog, but it is not a Japanese RPG. It is a French RPG. It is very French. But in terms of like how it
Yes.
plays, it's very similar in like
Expedition
combat
60.
to like Persona 5. That to me is what really stuck out.
I would definitely
would be-
say that, like, there is, basing this off of the idea I came up with just then, there would definitely be a faction of the writers that would be like, we need to stop what we've done, we've gone too far, like, if we can just apologize now, we can make it up to them. And then there's going to be another faction that's going to be like, no, we need to go in and just end this now, we can take full control and have full power over this world, we shouldn't miss our chance, yada yada yada. And it's like fighting back and forth, like, how does this work? Because obviously, whilst we're in the painting, the other painters aren't just going to be sitting around doing nothing. They're going to be like getting back at the because obviously Renoir and his family are going to have friends in the painters who are going to probably react back at the writers. So we could be looking at like,
if nothing else, we know Clea is out there probably being a serial killer about this. Clea is fighting this. Clea will win this. Clea says straight up, I will win this war by myself, but I really don't want to. Like,
yeah.
She'll kill them all. She'll sleep well that night. But I do think like there's a lot of ways that they could do it. Because honestly, like every story that you're telling and every prediction you're making is from the assumption that the writers are bad people. The writers are the villains. The painters could have been the villains. And the Desandra family was just like the group of people like, hey, yo, we don't agree with these politics. My wife's resigning from her position leading the Painters Association. We're just gonna retire and sit back. We got nothing to do with this anymore. We're out. And some of the writers are like, hey, yo, they used to be in charge. Fuck them.
I don't know, but because that's also you writing it that the writers are bad, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The writers are blaming the Desandra family for being in the position where things are in, and they get caught in the crossfire, even though they're not. They're trying to be good, and the other painters might be bad. Like
they're still portraying the writers as like the bad ones because they attacked
possibly
the
as terrorists or possibly as freedom fighters. Like we don't know. It's whatever it's going to be. The name Claire Obscure is that like contrast of light and dark. It's like a painting technique. It's a writing technique. It's going to be that. It's going to be this stark contrast that adds just amazing layers of gray. Proper reason why they did it. Their backs are against the wall and they needed something for the painters. Didn't know how to go around it. Maybe. Yeah. You can even go more meta and have everyone inside seeing things a little differently because words can be interpreted differently. Very true.
What I'm thinking is we are going to probably have the next second idea, everyone. Second idea. We are inside one of the writers' books. We're like painters because then the combat stays roughly the same. We're still, painting in a way with the fluid combat. And then we figure out that we're painters inside one of the writers' like books in like one of the traps, and we got to break out. And then when we do, that's like the end of Act 2, and then it's like Act 3 and the epilogue is just a whole load of killing, basically, or trying to stop everything.
I mean, here's a fun thing. The writers are writers. What are they writing? Are they writing stories? Because we're assuming they're writing stories. What if they're writing travel logs? What if they're like writing like papers on like studying of like insects? Like somebody's like some kind of like insect specialist, and like it's a book about bugs. And that's like the books are like what they're using to summon. What if they're not just writers, they're lawyers, and they're doing things that are like warping the rules of reality around them? Because painters have to have some ability in the real world for them to be a relevant thing. Like in the painting, they're gods. In the real world, they're not, but they have to have some power for it to be relevant. Because otherwise, like, what's the conflict between the writers and painters going to be? That, oh, I can jump into my magic painting. Well, I can jump in my magic book. Oh, paintings are better than books. Nah, fuck you. Books are better. Like, no one, that's a dumb story. They're not going to write that. At least I hope they don't. Like, there's got to be some real world ramifications. And for writing, it can be anything. Like, it's a travel log, it's a law, it's a dictionary, it's the fucking D&D monster manual. Like, there's so much you can do.
Fan fiction.
There's gonna be a fan fiction one, and that's gonna get weird. That's gonna be a side quest.
Including, does Clea mention about painting somebody's throat?
She mentions something about Mayel, like, painting over herself before she forgets how to speak. I remember.
I never said anything about Mpreg Foxy. Jesus Christ.
Plus, I think that would be more of a painting thing than a writing thing, but no.
No, because you can
sort of thing.
you can write Mpreg, yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, the Omegaverse is practically on that line.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, 10 out of 10 game. If you haven't played it yet, you really should. Especially because we spoiled a whole bunch of things. I can't say how a proper sequel, prequel might go. But if going for a third, it'd be nice to see Romeo and Juliet, where a writer. Yeah, give me Clea in love with a writer, and just that fucking shithead woman. Just not being okay with that.
Don't come in on the Mpreg mention, Ozando.
No. The horrors being 8 months pregnant, yeah. But no, yeah, the upcoming Claire Obscure stories are going to be amazing, whatever they are. I have no doubt about that. Let's see what else here. But yeah, so that was the thing you were playing recently. We want to talk some more about like, other games we've been.
No.
I mean, you played it in the last 3 months, three or 6 months. But no, we want to talk about some other games we've been playing earlier this year, because I know you had some questions about that, and you had some thoughts.
I wanted to ask you how you're finding Dino Blade.
Ah, yes, Dino Blade. I am effectively done with it. I thought I hit the end boss
already,
and I slammed. Yeah, it's very short. There's only like
really
in my first stream, I cleared the first 2 zones completely, and I was at the final boss of Zone 3. There's only 4 zones. It's very small. It is not a AAA game. It is very small. Since it's just an animation. Yeah, I made the unfortunate mistake of finding the super hard optional boss before the real end boss, and smashing my face against that optional boss for an hour, and I kind of burned myself out. I didn't really like it. The game is fun, but it's very dark. It's kind of hard to see. Like it's like dark colors on dark colors. There's a lot of like browns on top of browns on top of grays. Like Miramis was saying that when they were in my stream, like watching me play, like it's a very dark game. Hi Bale.
Hi Bale. Welcome in, Brady.
But no, it is a fun game. It doesn't take long to beat. Even if I hadn't gotten stuck on that one boss, I probably would have been able to beat it within like 2 streams, 3 at the most. It's very short. But it's entertaining. I would say it's worth getting on sale.
Yeah. I'm shocked at how short it was.
It is a little jank. It's definitely not super polished, but I don't think it's going for that.
Ruby Knight is more interesting.
That's the other game I was playing. Ruby Knight's Ruby Knight is a pixel boss rush game. You don't fight regular enemies, you just fight bosses. And I played through it the first time, and I got to the end boss and I beat it. And the game's like, oh, by the way, everything you just saw was illusion magic. Now play through the entire game again, but all the bosses one-shot you. I hope you're good at dodging. It's like, oh, God. I love this. I don't know why I love this, but I do. And it's so good. Like, visually, it's amazing. Ruby Knight's a fantastic game. Let me grab that actually here from Steam and dump that in the chat. I need to praise this game every chance I get. It's phenomenal. I'll dump that in chat here. I'll send it to you in Discord as well. It is hard game. It is a very hard game.
I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, it classifies itself as a Souls-like, but it is a top-down boss rush where you are specifically just fighting bosses. They're very hard, and J-Log, don't. Oh, you got the teddy bears. Nice. Don't hide the link, J-Log. Don't hide the link.
I'm
playing a game called
Oh,
Boomtown,
yes.
another story. Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I played that the whole game, and I was showing it to Dan, and he liked it too. Did you ever play the full version, Dan?
I played the demo when it
Okay,
was first announced because I saw it at one of the game shows, and I was like, "Oh, I like that. I want that kind of thing."
Yeah. Put it on your list. It's real good.
It's on my
Real,
wish
real
list.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I
Bloomtown
own
Another
it,
Story is an amazing game. Persona-like. Speaking of Personas, I saw Persona 6 was announced.
It was
sometime this
teased.
summer.
It was teased. It's not
It's
fully
announced. There's no date. They
Yeah.
have announced the game is in development.
All we got was a graveyard. That was it.
Yes, and the logo. Yes,
Yes, and I was like,
bringing it back to the logo.
okay then. Because usually it's schools, so it's going to be another school. But then why is there the cemetery part of it, the teaser? Like, oh, here it comes. Here's Nori with the Kingdom Hearts 4 part. I warned Dan about this. I said, Dan, look,
Kingdom Hearts? What is Kingdom Hearts? What is
don't
this?
do that to Nori. You will kill him.
I'm fucking with them. But no, yeah, Persona games. I'm personally putting Persona 4R on my list of things to play when it drops next year. I think in February.
And a heretic.
There was you can try. Because there was Persona 4 Golden, and then they did Persona 5 Royal, and then they did Persona 3 Reload, and now they're doing Persona 4. What did they call it? Was it Requiem or Revival? P4 Revival. And I'm absolutely gonna play P4 Revival. It's going to be a release date game for me. Thoughts on Yakuza series? I know of them. I have a few.
You want my opinion on Yakuza?
At least I have one, but I have not played Yakuza games. They seem a little weird from bits and pieces of them that I've seen.
I can give you a Yakuza opinion. I think they did really well until they got to the Yakuza like a pirate, and then it just went down here in terms of the quality drop was huge for Yakuza like a pirate. Like, what was it, Yakuza like a pirate in Hawaii or something? It was just such a huge drop in quality, and since then, honestly, I haven't thought about it.
No, I've never really played them, but they are on my list to get to it as well. Dan the Man, Rusty Lake. Have you played the Rusty Lake games at all, Dan?
I think it's in my library. I got Rusty Lake Hotel. You added that to your wish list yesterday, apparently, Dan. Nice.
Yes, Miriam was mentioning it.
Yeah, I've got that one, but I don't have any of the others, because there's Rusty Lake Roots, there's Rusty Lake Paradise.
It's just those three, I think.
So, well, there's a whole Rusty Lake like thing, like it's all linked and connected through this huge giant universe. So there's also Underground Blossom. You've got the Past Within. You've got the Cube Escape collection. Comes in with the White Door as well, and then there's a lot. Servant of the Lake is another one that is linked in with Rusty Lake. So it is a huge.
Rusty Lake is a series and has a story. I just found out about the entire franchise yesterday. I know nothing.
That's fine.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a good time.
Question from Dan. Any of you played Hyperdimension Neptunia games, or Megadimensional Blanc? I did play Hyperdimensional Neptunia 1. I stopped midway through. I wasn't really enjoying it, but I think it was a little bit dated for me when I played it. But that's basically a it's an RPG with like a bit of like magical girl stuff going on, but it's cute girls doing magical girl things in a JRPG environment is how I would describe it, Dan. It didn't really capture my attention, but it's a big collection in one universe. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not into the Hyperdimension Neptunia universe, I'm afraid.
Do I have? Did I buy more than one of them?
There's a lot of them.
No, I just have Hyperdimensional Neptunia Rebirth 1. That's all.
Anticipating right now. That's a very good question. Let me go to my wish list.
Yes. I have several games I'm anticipating. Entertainingly enough, my summer was going to be amazing because Ruby Night was a game I've been watching for like a year, and I was super excited about it. And then I beat it in like 2 streams, and I was sad. And then I realized I could have more streams of it, with the way that it's built and designed. But the other games I was looking forward to were Witch's Bakery, which was supposed to come out this month, but they had to kick it down the road 2 months to mid-October. And Grave Seasons was supposed to come out this month, and they had to kick it sometime to autumn of this year, but we don't know when. The only other thing I have my eye on is Control Resonant, which I will probably stream. Witchbrook is also supposed to be coming out sometime in 2026. That is either Stardew Valley mod, or either the Stardew Valley developer or publisher is basically making a magical school Stardew Valley is Witchbrook, basically.
So for me, a big one is going to be Cassette Beasts 2002.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm really excited for that one. I'd also say Fantastic Haven, which is like basically you make your own world, basically. And I think that'd be cool for us to make the kingdom in that together, chat. I mean, there's quite a few. I'm looking forward to. You know, there's how do I get into this? There's Hella as well of Mice and Magic. That's another one that a lot of people are looking forward to. The little one with the mice, and it's co-op as well. Well, multiplayer. There's Dragon Shelter. Oh, Design and Conjure is another one I like the look of. Beastfolk Barber. Sorry, I'm just going through my wish list. I'm not naming all of them, but there's quite a few. Dungeon Hot Pot is another good one. That one, Dungeon Hot Pot, is actually kind of like Coffee Talk, Dan, if you were interested. There is a demo out for it. We played the demo stream. It's quite fun. Instead of doing drinks, you're making meals for adventurers, and then obviously based on the meals you make and serve them, there are actual like different outcomes from their dungeon run. So
neat.
Yeah, it's one as you can tell I'm actually super into. Any others on your wish list you want to shout out?
No, Grave Seasons is the big one that like I've been watching this thing for probably 2 or 3
You have,
years.
yeah.
It is a farming sim game with horror elements. Specifically, it looks like they're integrating the playstyle of like a game of werewolf, because at the start of every run, one of the villagers is randomly selected to be a supernaturally powered serial killer. And judging by the trailers I've seen, they're a giant, massive werewolf that you cannot fight physically. Like, it is just, this thing is like 4 times wider at the shoulder than you are total.
Wow.
It is the height of 3 people. And it like, the trailer shows it you
tell me
on
more.
On a light, grabbing one person and hauling them off in the woods, and you just follow a trail of blood to this giant fuck off thing which tosses the corpse to the side.
Amazing.
I'm so mad they did not come out with the game when they said they were going for it, but I'm super excited. Was really waiting for Restream and was not disappointed. Nice. But no, like I have a couple of like farming sim games that I had my eye on and stuff like that. Like a lot more cozy games than big ones.
Like what?
Well, like I said, Witch's Bakery and Witch Broker, both two of them. Persona 4 is one. Obviously, Kasepi's 2002.
Yeah.
That was just announced this year. There's a JRPG called Threads of Time that I've been seeing them make a lot of press stuff for a while.
Yes, I was going to mention that. Yes.
That one might be out at some point. I don't know when. Aside from that, there is a new Dark Side Detective game. I'll play that when it drops. That one's always fun. Oh, they have a demo for that available even.
I don't know,
Duskface came out. Voidwood.
Another one on my list. Well, another two. I'm going to say two actually. There's obviously the Danganronpa 2x2 that is coming. Super excited for that to see what they change, because obviously there's this alternate storyline that they put in now, so you can play a completely different game basically. And another game that I really like the sound of is Killer Chat. So Killer Chat is getting a expanded edition coming at some point this year, but basically you are a killer and you have to convince other people that someone else is the killer without getting found out. So it's like avoiding the law whilst also setting people up. Oh, The Lift! I freaking love The Lift. When The Lift comes out, that's all I'm going to be playing. It basically, you're just a handyman and you go around fixing a entire spacecraft that is like Dead Space size.
Nice.
You got Milizione, which is the one where you're the little person and the big giant human is watching you and not letting you escape, kind of thing. That's another one I'm looking forward to. Room Trials, which is an action roguelike that comes out in 5 days actually. Ooh.
Very nice. I've been really taking advantage of the Steam feature of having the release calendar, and you can see all the games coming out in the next couple weeks. And I pop in that every now and again and add things to my wish list, which is why my wish list is a brain-melting 749 titles.
How do I get to the release calendar?
So under the store,
if
you go to the top, is it
recommendations? No, maybe.
Yes.
New releases.
Your personal calendar. And you can jerry-rig that to be like, how many games do you want to show? Do you want to hide and show wish listed games? Do you want to hide stuff that's an early access game? And that lets you see. And if you scroll down enough, there's an upcoming section that is a literal calendar, and it's just every game coming out that day. You just scroll down, you can mouse over it. Yeah, it's nuts. Don't do what I did and mark it as 500 games. That gets a little crazy fast.
I mean, I've already got 638 on my wish list.
I'm winning, but not by an amount that I'm proud of.
Oh, God.
I'm one game shy of 750.
Sorry, Rubinite is on my wish list. Yes, I was interested.
Real good game, real hard. I probably mentioned it to you last time in one of these, and super good game. I was hyped for that for a while. I know they had a demo at one point. Do they still have that up? Do they still have the Rubinite demo up?
Either of you heard of Letters Lost? I've heard of Lost Phone, but not Letters Lost.
No Rubinite demo anymore.
Letters Lost. It's not on Steam. If I type in Letters Lost... Stop! Oh my god, sorry, the kittens. Stop it! Stop! You're not meant to eat lettuce. Fucking hell.
No, kitties, no, not the veggies, not the lettuce, not that horrible American lettuce. It makes you shit.
I'm back. I was just sat there chewing on a piece of lettuce thinking it was food. No, you silly moo.
Silly kitty.
Letters.
Ads showing up in about 1 minute though.
Oh, break time.
Yep. Break time soon.
Letters lost. No, I don't see it on Steam. It might
Letter
be on...
lost. They said no S.
Oh.
Oh, wait, is that the pigeon game? Is it the fucking pigeon game somebody was telling me about?
No, it's about being in a post office. Hide secrets, officer holds a mystery you must uncover. There'll be any job you'll ever need to work unless you can escape. Okay.
Interesting. Mystery horror game.
Oh, it's on my wish list. Oh, I must have heard of it. The thing is, yeah, Lobotomy Corporation is a no-go for me. I've put it on not interested.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I have a couple of games I was interested in. Oh, ad break just hit.
Break time.
Break
See
time.
you soon.
See you in a few minutes, folks.
Get that coin. Here we come, everybody.
Hello, it is us. We are back. Sorry for the extended break, people.
I needed it. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
Was checking on the kittens, and they ended up breaking a fridge magnet, so I got to glue that back together. Yippee.
But yeah, we've spent a bunch of time talking about games. Let me see. I did have a couple subjects on my own.
Go ahead.
My list that I wanted to talk about. So this kind of ties in a little bit with what we were talking about earlier in the first hour, where we were talking about make sure you read and understand all the things. And I know there was an issue or a controversy sometime over the last 8 months where people were upset at VGen for their processing fees. And people thought that VGen was taking a whole bunch of money that they weren't actually taking. VGen has a 5% processing fee. The artists have to pay the fee. And I saw a bunch of examples, including some from like a specific person's account where they kept like saying like, oh, the fee is so much higher. The fee is so much higher. It's not. There is an expandable section on like, hey, what is all charging this fee? VGen's fees are 5% on everything. Whether you are making a purchase, whether you are doing a commission, whether you are tipping someone, which is a big thing for people. Like, that tip should all go to me. Like, VGen's like, hey, we would love to do that, but we are very aware that if we did that, if we turned off the fees on tipping, all that means is what people would do is they would have a $1 commission that they would ask for a tip of like $500, and they would do it to get around the fees. We know this. That's why we have to put the fees on everything, because there are going to be people who try and dodge around them, and that's why they're on everything. No, we are not doing that.
What?
Someone's trying to bring back the MPreg. No, that was so last hour. But basically, make sure you read and understand your websites and what all is getting deducted. Also, tipping on VGen, it is the way it's written is called tip for boost. The boost is not an algorithmic boost. It is just visual flair. It is a sticker on your commission that is very pretty and makes it stand out, and tells anybody that looks at that one in the artist's gallery that, hey, this person paid to... This person gave a tip on the commission because they liked it so much. It is fine. And that is worth mentioning because of the second thing I wanted to bring up, which is I saw people trying to like bring up a competitor site for VGen called Commissions GG. That one advertised itself as having a 0 creator fee, 0% fee to its artists on the platform. And I read through the TOS and I read through all the stuff. 5% is not compared to many other places. Yeah, you're right, but times are hard and people are nitpicky, and people will people will do a lot of dumb stuff for just a little bit of extra money. Example, Commissions GG. It doesn't charge artists any fees, but it still has a 5% commission fee, which is added as like a tax on top of the commission, and the commission person paying it
Get that coin.
is charged the money. So as an example, if you're doing a $100 commission on VGen, VGen takes 5%, which is $5, plus the payment processor takes their bite out of that, and the artist gets what's left. On Commissions GG, but the client pays $100. On Commissions GG, it's a $100 commission. The site charges $105 to the person paying it, takes the $5 for itself, and then the payment processor takes the amount of money that they would take from $100, or probably from $105. So it's really just kind of moving the money around. But that's the thing, that like the branding on it and the advertising is very much, oh, there's no fees. You wouldn't have a website if there were no fees. The fees are there. They are written differently. Just be careful and be aware of what people are doing. I did hear a little bit of controversy, and I don't have any links for this, but Commissions GG, people were asking some questions about like whether or not the website was like vibe coded, whether or not there were security concerns. They dug into it. They didn't see problems, but like the whole basis of the site seems to be seems to kind of be a rebuttal to VGen's fees. And when all you're doing is, well, we're exactly like that site but with no fees, you're not innovating, you're not doing anything. VGen is smart with what it does. Exactly, their way of looking at fees is exactly what I'm looking for in a website, where they are saying literally, we looked at how this could be abused and we put something in to stop people from abusing it.
Yes. Yeah, they did.
I love that. That is
Hi,
so
Fend.
smart.
Welcome in.
Hi, Fend. Congratulations on your first, Fend. You were here first and you have the redeem to prove it. Don't listen to anybody that tells you otherwise.
Oh my gosh.
I've got a first commission and Fend was here first. They have the redeem to prove it. But yeah, also Commissions GG is locking down. I'm just looking at it here. They have a post from August 12th saying, no brokers, no Gen AI, no tracing, real artists, real comms. But I don't know how true that is. I don't trust the website because of their basis on fees. The fee thing just seems like it's trying to grab attention rather than there actually being anything useful. Like, it seems to me the only people that are going to go there are the artists who are either trying a new thing or are trying to get around the stuff that was there. Even now, like, compared to the labeling they have on it, it's just like home for human creators, commissions, shops, and memberships. It's like,
thank you, Nori.
Yeah. One thing about VGen is you need an invite code to start selling out. No, you don't, actually. An invite code will get you in, but also there's a couple other ways you can get in. Do you need the code?
Well,
maybe you need. I think it's an invite code, or you can petition VGen to get in. Like there are ways.
It's invite code only.
There is a locked system for VGen. Yeah, you can't just go in and start doing it, and that is by design and by intention. Because otherwise,
human artists can only invite other human artists. That's what they do.
Yeah, and the idea being basically, we're not talking about games right now, Zero. We'll get back to games. But the idea being that the VGen is basically restricting access to the seller market, so that if they ban someone, that person has to go through them again to validate. And if the same account keeps providing keys to somebody or keeps providing keys to bad accounts, they'll ban the parent account that's giving out keys. So it's a good market. It's a good walled market to stop abuse. Commission GG, I don't know enough about it to know that. I just know that the way they branded themselves with fees and things like that.
Oh, I saw someone play this. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't trust when the fees are passed to the customer because there's no guarantee of actually where it goes. Case in point, delivery services when drivers say no, they haven't seen an increase in pay. Yeah. I mean, in this case, it's just the processing fee and the operating costs. Like, the 5% is fair. I'm not arguing about the amount, but I'm arguing about who's paying it, because really, the artists are getting business out of it. I'm getting a product, but what's the difference? Like, why would I pay more to go through a specific website versus just commissioning the artist directly? If there's an artist that only takes commissions on commission.gg, I'm not going to work with them, because why would I want to pay extra on my commission?
Yeah.
Like, imagine doing a VTuber model through commissions.gg. Like, that's just an extra 50. Like, if you're getting $1,000 in VTuber model art, that's a $50 extra surcharge on top of taxes, on top of everything else. And it's just because the artist is like, no, I think you should pay the $50 instead of me. I'm like, I'm giving you work. What do you care? Like, but definitely, yeah. Like, this is, I'll send it to Dan here. This is the branding they have on their social media in their pinned post. And even in that, it specifically says platform for commissions, shops, and memberships, 0% creator fees, so you keep what you earn.
Okay, where's the sustainability there, though? How are they going to keep running forever?
They don't charge creator fees.
Oh,
creators
they
don't
charge
pay the fee.
I see.
Commission clients pay the fee. That's the whole point, and that's why I'm not using it. But like, that's how they brand themselves. Their entire branding is around, hey, artists, aren't you so upset about VGen taking your money? Your hard-earned artist money? Times are tough enough. Come here. We don't take your money. Well, they take money. They just take it from your clients. You're going to be pissed off that they paid an extra 5% once they notice. And it's, yeah, like, I'm not sold on this site. I don't really believe in this site. And it feels like it's trying to copy VGen's success without actually understanding why VGen actually works. It's more of like a critique against VGen rather than a thing that stands on its own right, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't like this one. You're all welcome to do what you want, but for me, it feels almost memey in its response, which anything that comes out as a meme or a response to people complaining about something on a site is being built so fast that it can't possibly be tested well, which is what people were accusing it of earlier this year. They were accusing it of having bad security and being like almost vibe coded, which I don't know, and I can't verify that. That site is very heavily suppressed on my end because I don't want to have anything to do with it. But it hasn't taken off. VGen came in at the right time to really corner the market on that. I wouldn't say they have a monopoly, but they're doing very well for themselves. So, and I only had one other story, which was a silly one mostly. But did you have anything else you wanted to talk about, Dan? Because I've been commanding the, I've been holding the conch the last 30 minutes, and I'm checking in.
I would say I'm okay at the moment. I honestly did not plan much for this part of the stream.
Mm-hmm. So the last thing I had here was a silly story that I found. Silly in a good experience on Fiverr. Can't say beyond that. I've heard some people use Fiverr, but I've also heard there's a lot of like Gen AI and crap on there too. So it depends on who you talk to, same as it is for anywhere. But this story is about a VTuber who made a short and posted it on Twitter, and in her, this is where I found it. And in this short, she says, when she goes on dates with people IRL, she makes them sign an NDA before she tells them what she does for a living, her being a streamer.
Right. So safety and security. I understand that, right? Okay.
Yeah. There's a logic to that. Here's why I had this in this video. I'm like, okay, what are the ramifications? Well, this almost assuredly helps maintain her privacy.
Yeah.
2, this is almost certainly driven off prospective partners who are like, dude, it's the first date and you're whipping out an NDA before you'll talk to me. I'm out. So people are absolutely going to leave, certainly before signing the NDA. But point number 3, what's the point of an NDA when you record a short and upload it to your social media and tell everybody, hey, I'm the lady who makes people sign NDAs on a first date?
Okay. Yeah.
That's a very memorable thing to have done. So now every person who's been on a date with this VTuber potentially knows that she's the NDA lady. You don't talk about it on the first date if you're scared of people knowing. Exactly. What she's done is done something that stands out a lot, and then she recorded content where she talked about it, which kind of breaches the whole point of the privacy she's getting from the NDA, because she's not telling people that she's making people do the NDA. So I'm like, she either traded her security and privacy for short form content or on Twitter or other platforms. Or she completely made up the story and she's just lying.
That's fair. She could be lying.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at this like, you're either an idiot who was so concerned about your privacy that you did this, but then told everybody that you did this incredibly identifying thing, and you want a video to go viral in which everybody sees this video telling them that you're the one who does this very identifying thing. Like, the likelihood of the people who went on dates with her were served an NDA and refused to sign it and walked off and told all their friends, like, yo, that chick I went on a date with, she tried to give me an NDA. Like, there's a 0% chance they didn't tell all their friends about that, and those friends didn't tell people.
Are we sure this isn't bait? This sounds like bait.
It might be bait, which would be lying. Like, if it's clout chasing or bait, it's a lying tweet. Either way, I blocked this person because I'm like, this person's either an idiot for working so hard to protect their privacy and then throwing it under the bus, or they're just so full of shit. I don't want to parse it. Some people are insane. Yeah, quite possibly, Foxy. They might not have realized that, but she is so insanely worried about her own privacy that she threw her own privacy away telling everybody about it. Like, it's possible, but it's still, I'm just like, I saw this and I had to record it for the next podcast episode, because it's so like looking at the conclusion. If they don't realize it, then it falls under the idiot label. Exactly. Like, they either don't realize that telling everybody this is a bad idea. And to be clear, I'm not violating their privacy either, because I'm not saying who it is, and I'm not going to. It is a story. There is a Twitter link here to someone talking about it.
Great.
But I'm just like, this is actually a little nuts, and why in God's name would you do this in the first place? Yeah, like, either lie and don't tell them, like, or just give a very generic content creator, just say like you're a YouTuber or you're a content creator. If they ask you, oh, what's the channel? Be like, I don't tell people on the first date. Like, be mature about it. But like, when you're whipping out a legal document for someone to sign, I would walk then. I'd be like, just give me the check. I'm like, oh, we haven't served you the food. Fuck it, I'll pay for my food. I want out of here. Either way, I would not trust this person with looking after a pet rock. Exactly, Foxy. They are either dishonest, manipulative, or an idiot, or some combination about all of it. Yeah, be vague about your work. Or again, like, it's 2026. Tell people you're a content creator. Tell people you're a YouTuber. Tell people you're a Twitch streamer. Like, are they gonna find you on Twitch if you say you're a Twitch streamer? Or just say that you're a streamer. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You say you're a streamer, but you won't tell them where, and they're like, oh, is it like a sex stream? Like, the worst they'll do is they think you're doing sex streams, and this is like, yeah, that question right there is exactly why I don't tell people where I stream. No, it's
amazing.
Not. But
Pet rock.
That assumption that that's why is exactly why I don't tell people. And like, yeah, there's so many better ways to handle it than serving up a legal document on a date. It is so farcical. And like, it's nuts. So yeah, it's the story is either true or it isn't. If it isn't, like, she's a lying liar who's lying for attention, and I don't care. And if it's true, she's an idiot who then violated her own privacy by telling everybody she's doing this. So like, it's just funny. Is that Cat Race? Goofy? Should we call them Goofy?
Hi, Cat. Hello,
Hi,
welcome
Kat.
in.
But
Lovely
that
to
was
see
really
you.
the
Catra.
Catra.
Catra from freaking
Oh, Catra's Spoofy.
She-Ra and the
Okay.
Princesses of Power.
Yeah.
Freaking love that program so much.
But yeah, those
That
are really the
anime.
stories I had. Like the only other thing I had is like something so tremendously dated nobody cares about it. Yeah, did you have anything else you wanted to add, Dan?
I
I know we've been going at this for a while.
My brain has fried, so I have
Yeah.
nothing more, I'm afraid. Well, it's not a bad thing, but yeah. I am
You're tapped out.
checking out.
No, I got that. Do we want to look for somebody to raid then?
Yeah, I would love to.
What are you folks in the mood for? Big Brain Dragon is not there.
Yeah, there's no brain here. It's literally. That is it.
I see.
And
Here's a recommendation, Dan.
I'll see you on there soon, Nori.
Out of everybody that I'm following, that's the one that I would probably want to go to, Dan. Do you have an objection to that?
Raid by category? What, go into another podcast?
No.
No, that's what chat is saying. Maybe stick with the podcast. Keep the vibes chill.
I don't know, because the problem with podcasts is you don't know quite what podcast you're getting into, and they could be a chill podcast, or they could be some like creepy pro AI, politics, religion podcast, and
that's okay.
I would rather dump y'all with people that I know, and I'm like, yeah, these are good people. These are nice people.
You've sent one over. Okay. I don't want to see anything about that game yet, though, because I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
So I can raid and run. I mean, I'm probably gonna raid and run anyway. I don't know why I'm saying that, but
you know what? Actually, here might be a better one. I think you know this person.
Is it Choco?
It is Choco. Yes.
Yeah, let's raid into Choco. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I love the Choco.
We're talking about Oriole, right?
Yeah. Choco
okay,
Star. Ooh. Thank you for the boop, Catra. Hello, my friend.
All right, everybody. I am starting the raid. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you had a good time. Reminder. Let me throw out the raid message here quick for me. I'm sure we both have YouTube channels you can check out. I'm going to drop my socials link here where you can see all of my stuff, all my active socials, all my active video platforms. I do have a Discord. They get to see stuff before anybody else does, including my seasonal wallpapers that I'm doing this year. I just dropped the autumn one. It is in the Discord. So you want to see the nice big autumn Discord wallpaper? It's there.
Yes.
Great.
All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Make sure you grab your raid message.
Yep. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.